My name is Matt Freedman, and I am a country singer and songwriter. Music for me is like oxygen. It's something that I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why it has such an effect on me, but it's something that I can't live without. I've been playing music since I was about 12 or 13 years old, and started off playing the drums and the trumpet back in the jazz band in middle school. Then picked up a guitar and started trying to learn the power chords and playing, you know, Nirvana and all the things that you grew up listening to. And really from there, I played college football and blew my knee out my junior year. And really after that, picked up the guitar more seriously, started writing songs and picking up gigs, and had always been a huge fan of country music. Not only the music, but the fact that you could sit there with a guitar and a story to tell and come up with something that other people could feel, and being that simple about it, to me was why I fell in love with the genre of music. The thing I love most about playing the music that I've written is seeing the joy that it brings other people. I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it now from the other night when we played the Citadel Country Spirit Festival. To be able to write deeply personal things that I'm living and going through, and have other people that I love be able to consume that, and them have some kind of a visceral reaction to when they're watching it or listen to it, and get text messages and hugs when I see people saying, hey, that song got me through something. I felt that. I'm going through that same thing right now. I think as songwriters in general, we're just looking for connection. I think we're obsessed with connection to other people, and this is our medium to sort of do that. I don't even know if fulfilling is the word. It gives me purpose in life, knowing that something I can create, it creates a connection between me and somebody else who may be going through the same thing. Favorite part about being a musician, it's a trade-off between writing and performing are the two obvious choices, I guess, but writing to me is everything. It's the creative outlet for me, it's therapy, it's something that I need to do every day as a habit to be a better person in my life, because I feel like if I'm not, I feel tense, I feel anxious, that I just need to get something out. But on the other side of that, there's nothing like the rush that you get performing, you know, in front of anybody. It could be an empty room, which we've certainly played in front of, or, you know, a festival where there's 10,000 people there. Two totally different rushes, but if I had to choose one or the other, I'd probably say writing for me is the most important thing about music. Favorite venue to perform is, without a doubt, a tiny little pizza shop here in town called Villa Capri. Shameless plug for them. The first time I ever, in this new world of me writing, recording, since I've done it in my early 20s, they accepted me as a kid off the street who just came in and beat down their door and said, hey, I'm some random guy. I'd love a shot at playing an open mic night or getting a gig here. I live right up the street. And they let me in. They said, come perform at an open mic night. We do it every Wednesday night, and if you're any good, you know, we'll see what happens from there. So I did just that. April 8th of 2021. Played 2 songs, and they asked me to play 2 more. I played 2 more, and right before the end of the night, they asked me to come back the following Saturday and play a gig there. And that night was the best night in the restaurant history. It's been open for, I believe, about 20 years. And at that point, regardless of where this road takes me, traveling anywhere in the world, that will always be home for me. You know, the friends that I have and the guys in our band, every one of them is a world-class player. But I would feel like a part of me is missing without all of them on stage. And I, you know, do solo acoustic gigs where I feel comfortable, I feel happy, I feel, you know, fulfilled, but nothing gives me more joy musically than collaborating with that group of people. The group of friends that we have has been described as unique and different and special in a lot of different ways, and that started from when we were about 14 years old. This crew has stayed very, very tight through the highs, through the lows. Through my journey, you know, playing music, we started when we were 15 in the basement at one of our friends' house at a New Year's Eve party, and just really never stopped for about 20 years. We've been doing this in some capacity or another, and I can name times when we've sold out the Trocadero Theater in Philly, where it was probably the same crew, about 80%, that stuffed 800 people into that theater the same night, as there were, you know, the same group of people goes to Villa Capri and stuffs into that tiny little Italian restaurant. As much fun as it is, and it gives me so much joy sitting here writing songs by myself or performing solo, there is nothing like having that entire family together doing what they do, feeding off of each other, and watching and just being a fan of everybody on that stage. I'm able to consume their music and what they do as a fan, and that gives me a ton of joy. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing with the same level of support without having them in my life. There's absolutely no doubt. Right now, in this order, you know, family and songs are my livelihood. So if I'm able to continue what I'm doing, writing, you know, really good songs that are meaningful to me, that I can continue to release, it would be fantastic to be able to know that my only focus throughout the entire day is to write really good songs and collaborate with other world-class songwriters that are doing the same thing. Somewhere in between the short term of songwriting and finding my path and, you know, getting potentially a publishing deal, all the way through my retirement plan of parking my ass on a bar stool, playing original songs somewhere with really nice weather around the water with my wife. I don't know what that journey looks like or how we're going to get there or what the hell is going to happen in between, but some combination of those two things would be my goal as a musician and a songwriter.
From the day I met you, I knew you had something sweet. Flower in your hair and eyes as blue as your jeans. Had a smile that shined for a million miles. I'm blinded from across the room, and I can't believe that I'm the one who gets to say I love you too. Cause you got that good, good love, brings me to my knees. Got that good, good sugar that's always nice and sweet. I wanna bring you home to mama, you belong in my family tree. Give me that good, good love, girl, it's all I need, it's all I need. Girl, it's all I need, yeah.